I 3D printed this in 8 colors, but the printer I made this on only supports 4. How is this possible, you might ask? Well, this is a new technique in 3D printing and it's called full spectrum. I printed this on my Tool Changer 3D printer, the Snapmaker U1, but in theory, you could do this on any multicolor 3D printer. So the way that full spectrum printing works is by changing colors each layer to create a color that's not actually there, but it looks like a new color from a distance, a bit like how the pixels on your screen work. We call this new color we have created a virtual color. An example of this is mixing layers of magenta with layers of yellow, which will give you a virtual color of red. The main reason for printing colors this way is that you only need 4 spools to make almost any color you want. This could save you a lot of space and money because you don't need to buy 100 spools for every color. The 4 colors you need are CMYK, also known as cyan, magenta, yellow and black. You can buy bundles of these filaments, but these are mainly used when making lithophanes, where this technique is applied in the z-axis by stacking the colors on top of each other, rather than doing this in all 3 dimensions. Let's hop in the slicer and I'll show you how it works. This is a fork of Snapmaker Orca, but I've seen that Bamboo has also released their updated slicer which also supports full spectrum printing. I will leave a link of this version of Orca slicer in the description. When you first open the slicer, you will notice this new tab called Mixed Filaments. The slicer now shows you 10 pre-mixed colors, which are all 50-50 mixes of the filaments that you have currently loaded. You can slide this bar to change the color between the 2 filaments. Next to the Filaments tab, you can click Add Gradients, where you can add your own mix of filaments and choose the percentages. Next to Add Gradient, we have Add Pattern, where you can literally make a color by giving the pattern and what layers the filament has to switch to. For example, if we do a pattern 1, 2, 2, 3, we get this mixed color. But perhaps the most useful feature is Add Color. Here you can choose the color you want and the slicer will generate the closest possible filament mix to get that color. You can also fill in the hex code for your desired color. You can now see what colors the printer will use to make this color. In the Paint tab, you can choose one of the mixed filaments and then after slicing, you will see how the printer will create this color. Let's try to print this. I'm very impressed with how well this technique works for creating new colors. There are a couple of factors that will determine how well this technique works. The first one is the layer height. For printing, I chose the smallest possible layer height, which is 0.08 mm. Obviously, the higher you choose your layer height, the more that you will notice the separate colors. Another factor that plays a large role is the geometry of the object. The mixing of the colors works in the vertical axis, so when slopes start to become shallow, the effect will start to become more noticeable. On this model, this is very noticeable. It's also worth noticing that flat top and bottom surfaces don't really work with this technique. One last thing I'm going to cover are printing with translucent filaments. I've seen that when you try full spectrum printing with translucent filaments, the colors blend even better. So the slopes on your print can be a lot more shallow without breaking the effect of the different colors. Now you might be wondering, what are the print times and is it worth it? So for a normal benchy printed in 0.08 mm layer height, it takes my Snapmaker around 1 hour and 35 minutes to print. The same for a full spectrum benchy in a mixed filament with a 0.08 mm layer height, it takes around 3 hours and 31 minutes, which is more than double than the normal benchy. So what's the conclusion? Is it worth it? Well, the answer is yes, but it depends how you're using it. Without a Tool Changer 3D printer, this process would just take too long and you would have too much waste. But on the other hand, if you have a Tool Changer 3D printer like the Snapmaker U1 or the Pusha XL, it's really cool to know that you can now make colors that you don't own. So what do you think? Please let me know in the comments. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.